Do you have a wind advisory posted, and it's 52 degrees currently in Newhall?
98.1 FM and AM 1220.
8:39 coming up on 8:40. Special guest in studio. It just happens to be Richard Szerman, and I have to get used to saying of Radius.
Radius, yeah, new company.
Not of the A word.
Yeah, you can say Alta. I don't mind. I don't wish
you
them
don't?
Why would I mind? I wish them all the best. Radius is a better fit for what we're doing. We can reach more people with them. That's all.
Oh, okay.
So it works for us.
So Richard Szerman of Radius.
Yes.
What's going on, man?
Nothing. I thought I'd come in today. We talk a little about the rental rebate program. That's where we give people money to buy a house. Because it seems like I was yelled at about it yesterday by a new client who didn't know that and figured she should just know that. So clearly I'm not talking about it. She's very nice about it, but
wait a second. You're not knocking on doors one by one telling people
them that I will give away money. Yeah. No. Well, it was lovely. She came into the office. We're talking about buying a house. She's a little shy on her down payment. I said, well, we can help with that. Got to find a bank that's willing to do it, but we can give you 10% of the rent you've already paid. Anyway, she got very excited about it. She looked at me and said she was giving away money. I said, yeah, we give you money. We do this. We've been doing this for many, many decades now. We literally we will give you money to help you buy a house. And she almost fell off her chair, which is fun. I mean, if my biggest problem is she was too excited about it, I can live with that. But then she got kind of mad at me for not like she didn't know this. Like I should have this written on my forehead in bold letters or something as I walk about town and go through my day. So
you know what? She's not wrong, Richard. She's not wrong.
Well, I always appreciate a consumer's point of view. So we have something called the Rental Rebate Program. Most of our programs have names like that because I like alliteration. So it's the rental rebate, and what it is if you are renting a property, we will give you 10% of the rent you have already paid back to go buy a house. You don't repay it. There's no future commitment or anything like that. We literally just give you money to help you buy a house. That's all there is to it. And there are some restrictions and stuff. I mean, it maxes out at 1% of the purchase price of a house. It maxes out at $10,000. But other than that, we're happy to do it. It's a rebate from commissions and other things in a deal, and everybody kind of pitches in. And so, especially because we're trying to reach first-time buyers, especially in this town where rents are completely insane, it is actually easier now in my estimation, it is easier now to buy a house in the Santa Clarita Valley than it is to rent one. It is insane what rents have done. We all kind of know that over the pandemic. It was crazy before the pandemic. It's only gotten worse. So, for example, if you're spending $4,000 a month in rent, which
wait, whoa,
the average. That's the average now.
4,000 for what?
$4,000.
Like an 8-bedroom?
4-bedroom, 4-bedroom, 2,800 square foot. So
what?
A little bit on the larger side, but yeah.
What?
In the nicer parts of town, yeah, especially Valencia or West Virginia, it's even more expensive. Yeah, rental prices are insane now. The average has jumped nearly $1,000 a month in the last 24 months. The average. And that's crazy, but it is what it is. I mean, that's how this gal started. She wanted to rent a house, and she needs something that's 5 or 6 bedroom. And we said, well, in your budget, you cannot. There's no rentals out there for you. There really aren't. None that she's going to like. But you can buy what you're looking for and have a mortgage payment that's similar to that. So here's how we make that work. So yeah, we literally give people money to buy a house, and we're trying to get renters and turn them into buyers. You're going to do much better as a buyer, obviously. I mean, real estate prices have gone through the roof. It'd be much better to be the one who owns the house than the one renting a house. If you're going to make a payment every month anyway, which we all do, make it as a mortgage payment. You get the tax write-off, and you own the asset, and prices go up, and say it's good stuff. You've got to get in the game. So we started doing this years ago just to do that, just to help first-time buyers get started. And you don't have to be a first-time buyer. I don't care if you're a 10th-time buyer. It doesn't matter to me. The idea is to take, if you're renting now, to transfer you from being a renter to being an owner. That is the object of the exercise. And it works really well. We help a lot of people. I don't advertise it much because when you're giving away money, people do tend to find a way to their way to your door.
I was going to say, you make a lot of friends.
Yeah, I'm very popular. I'm actually we've had a couple of clients. You've met Anna. I brought her in here a little while ago, and everybody likes Anna better than me, which is perfectly reasonable. Same thing with my wife. Everybody likes her better than me. Perfectly reasonable. Me too. And it's funny because I've had clients over the years, one in particular who actually the first time she met with me, she'd been working with Anna for a couple of weeks. She came in and she said, I didn't really like you at first, but now that you're giving me money to buy a house, I'm much more fond of you. I thought, well, okay, that's very honest. I appreciate you for that. Maybe a little less honesty next time, but thank you for that. I appreciate it.
You got to do what you got to do, man.
Well, we were giving her several $1,000s, so yeah, it made me very popular. But if you're renting for $4,000 a month or anywhere near there, you're spending $48,000 a year, $48,000 a year in rent. we can give you 10% of that, which is $4,800 over 2
How
years.
are-
That's $8,600.
That's crazy. How do people even afford that? Because that's just your rent.
Yeah.
That's not your internet. That's not your TV cable. That is
that's
not your
rent.
water bill.
Yeah.
Like, how does that even happen? How do you even do that?
Yeah, well, you've got a lot of people, especially in our area, who are, there's no way to put it, who are house poor. They're making, maybe they're making 50, 60 grand a year, so they can just barely make it work, and they probably aren't spending 4 grand a month in those conditions. They're probably spending closer to 2,500 or 3. They're probably not in a 4 or 5 bedroom house. But this is a very expensive area. Southern California in general is expensive. And there are pockets that are a little bit less expensive. There are pockets that are a lot more expensive, and we're in one of the more expensive areas. People want to live here. That's what it comes down to. It's a nice place. That's why I live here.
I was going to say, why exactly is this a pricey area?
We're close, we're in the north end of the San Fernando Valley, so we're close to a population center, but yet our population isn't in the millions like it is in San Fernando, so it's not quite as congested. We have good employment here. There's good employment right over the hill, really good schools, et cetera, et cetera. All the reasons we love Santa Clarita. It makes sense when you take a step back from it. I get it. It's just that inflation has taken hold in such a way that the prices for everything in this particular turn, led by real estate, have gotten ridiculous. I mean, I hate to say it because I'm in the real estate business, but the interest rate needs to go up. It probably should have gone up last December, or before. But the pandemic and the recurrence of it and the back and forth with it has just completely upset any economic forecasting. The real estate market was set to take quite a downturn before the pandemic started. And the pandemic has sort of, for lack of a better description, artificially inflated prices to the point that it's insane. Mm-hmm. And a fall will probably come after that. I mean, the stock market's gone crazy lately. That's not a very good sign. But it's still, prices are still going up. So they're not like they were. It's not quite as crazy, but price appreciation in 2022 will still be relatively high.
So here's a fun fact.
Get in the game.
Richard, when I bought my house 22 years ago, coming on 23 years ago, I used to live in the Valley. I used to live in Encino.
Sure.
And the realtor, when we said, hey, let's check out, and the reason was because the schools, I had a little baby, right?
Yeah.
Wanted to come up and check out these, blue ribbon schools.
Yeah.
And she said, well, that's fine. You can do it for the schools. But when you're ready to move, you're not going to get anything for that house of yours. It's not going to go in the direction you want. You need to stay in the San Fernando Valley.
Well, your realtor sucked. I'm sorry. I was a realtor 22 years ago. I wish I'd been your agent. Your realtor sucked. That's not a very nice thing to say about my town. I don't like that very much.
So, anyway, I did.
She's also wrong, or he. She was also she was also wrong.
So anyway, no, I wish I don't even remember.
The Oracle of Omaha. Though.
I honestly don't even remember her name, but you almost want to go ha 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 because
I never have that problem. People never say that. People never say I don't remember you. That 30 years, 32 years of being in real estate, I don't think I've ever had anybody say, "Who are you again?" Never, never. I choose to take it as a compliment. I don't know that my wife would agree, but yeah.
Richard Sherman, if we want some free money from you,
if you want free money to buy a house, or if you want free money to sell a house, or if you're in danger of foreclosure and you need help, you need free defense. That's what we do. We're here. We work as public outreach stuff all the time. So that's why I'm here. You can reach me anytime, 24 hours a day on my cell phone. This is my personal cell phone number. I know I get a lot about that, but you really can't. If I'm sleeping, I won't answer. You can leave a message. You can also send me a text, but I do my best to answer. My personal cell phone number, 661-714-1400. Do it again, 661-714-1400. And you can reach me at that number 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You can also reach me through the station. I also have a very unique last name. It's spelled S-Z-E-R-M-A-N, even though it's pronounced Sherman. It's just the Z has the sound of an H because of Russian ancestry, I'm told. Anyway, I'm very easy to find. If you just free money to buy a house, I think I come up. So
which is fine.
Not a whole lot of realtors give away money. Like we just do that. I've got a very nice career, so I can afford to do it. It's a fun thing to do.
It's always a pleasure having you in studio, Richard. Thanks so much thanks for the free money.
Yeah, you're very welcome.
And the laugh.
Yeah, I don't like this other realtor, whoever it was 22 years ago. But thank you. Thanks for having me in.
Happy Wednesday.
You too.